we kind of have a couple of ideas internally of saying, okay, what do we want to do with this game? Because we knew it was a sequel to Lego Marvel Superheroes, and we knew that the Guardians show up at the end of that game, and this was kind of like our starting point. But we also knew it wasn't a Guardians of the Galaxy game. This was about all of these different characters all coming together and kind of mix and match. So we actually started working with a Marvel writer, a guy called Kurt Busiek, and he's worked on Kang storylines in the past. So we kind of had our design team were talking directly with him, going back and forth, saying, okay, we'd like to do this. Wouldn't this be cool? Maybe we should include this location and these characters. And it was like a really brilliant process where we kind of came together and kind of made this outline of this story, and that's what we used as our starting point, and then really started to dig deep into it again and say, okay, right, if we're going to Xandar, what does that mean? What are we going to do? Who are we going to fight? And really kind of fleshing out the story and what the characters are doing was like a brilliant kind of dialogue we had with him. So yeah, with the part of the story, the reason that we have all of these locations pulled together is Kang's building this place called Chronopolis. So this is kind of like where he pulls all of these locations together. So this is where we're going to have places like ancient Egypt butting up against New York with medieval England. And so he's pulling all of these places together to kind of create his own kind of world, if you will. And that's where our characters end up. So that's how we have all these places together, and this is how the kind of story unfolds. That as you're exploring these various locations, you'll start to meet characters from the various timelines and various kind of Marvel kind of galaxies that have all pulled together. And that's where our story really kind of like takes place. So this kind of Chronopolis hub really is kind of a key point of our story. What's great for us as well with one of the things with Kang, because he is so powerful, he can pull things at a time. You're kind of wondering, why would he even do this? So there is actually reasons as to why Kang is creating Chronopolis. It's kind of more in the story, so I think it might give it a bit of a different spin. But unfortunately, I can't reveal too much of the story later on. So.